Hi everybody, and welcome to this video that I'm filming really from the questions that I get asked quite a lot about the drums that I paint and about shamanic drumming itself. So I'll make a couple of little videos. This first one is explain the different types of drums and maybe how to select the drum that suits you and that's right for you. And then in the second video I'm going to show some really basic techniques on how to drum in a shamanic way. Hello Copper. I will explain more in the second video. I'm not an expert drummer, I'm just offering some guidance because a lot of people have come up to me and said they would love to have someone want to take all the limelight. Yes, he is. Someone wants to take all the limelight. They would love to have a drum and to work shamanically. However, it's not at all distracting. However, they are concerned they can't drum or that they don't know how to. So, which you know, my theory is if you have a heartbeat, you can drum. But that's for the next video, isn't it, Cobweb? The first video we're going to do is to explain a little bit about the different kinds of drums. Now, when I first started drumming a few years ago and get involved in shamanic drumming, and I think Copper will want to get off now because he doesn't like to be too close to drumming, good boy. My first drum was this drum here. It's a Remo Buffalo drum. This is 14-inch drum, and this is the back of it. And a Remo drum is synthetic, so no animal materials were used at all in this drum. They're not handmade, they're factory made. But another good thing is, if you're vegetarian or vegan, these are really good drums to have because you can have a shamanic drum that doesn't have any animal products in it. And another great reason to have one of these drums is that when it's cold or humid or damp outside, these babies do not change sound. Now with a skin drum, like our skin changes in different weather conditions, in different atmospheres, and the synthetic drums stay pretty awesome. Well, they're fine to drum even if it was raining or in the middle of a humid sweat lodge. So this is the sound of my baby, my 14-inch Remo Buffalo drum. So this is one option for a lovely drum you can have. They come in all different sizes. I'm going to show you a 22-inch Remo Buffalo drum next. One thing is that this is a really good size. If you're not a hugely tall person like me and you're drumming for long periods of time, this is kind of a good size. 12 to 16 inches is a really good size. They're not too heavy and you can drum for a long period of time without being like, my arm, you don't want to be too distracted by painful arms while you're drumming. So I will talk about the paintings on the drum, which I do in just a second as well. But let me just show you the big fellas over here. So this is my 22-inch Remo Buffalo drum. You can see it's huge. It's huge. Again, Remo, the synthetic skin. Woo, my guitar is playing my drum. So let me just play you the sound of a 22-inch Remo drum, which is an epic sound, really amazing for big groups, for ceremonies, and for really grounding and connecting. Woohoo! I don't know how well the same sound comes across on the video, but it's a really awesome sound. But practical reasons, not great to have as a portable drum because you'd have to have your car and you can't really carry it around if you're going to fan sacred sites. But for ceremonies and for special events, that is one awesome drum for communities and for setting a really amazing space. So they're both Remo drums. Again, they come from very small. I'd advise probably against the very small Remo drums because they're amazing sounding from the 12, 14, 16, 22 inches. But I find when they get smaller than that, they get a little bit tinny. They can often get quite tinny. I think the sounds are amazing through the Remo, and as I said, they work in all weather conditions. Now I'm going to show you some other drums as well. These are skin drums, and I think all the drums I have today are deerskin drums. and you can get horse skin and other skins as well. Now, I'm a vegetarian, pretty much almost a vegan, so the whole connection about using animal skins is a long discussion. These skins are used as a byproduct, that no animals were killed for these skins. And I find that working with them in an honourable, ceremonious and respectful, loving way gives that spirit of that animal another life. That is my feeling around things. But obviously big factory and commercially bought things, not quite so much so. For animal skins, these are all handmade by people that I know. And if you'd like to go to my website, LauraDalligan-art.com, and look under the Spirit of the Drum page, there's loads of links and loads of information about drum makers that I know, and about where to source your own drum and maybe birth your own drum. So you can find lots more information. I've got quite a lot of information on my website, LauraDalligan-art.com, so you can find out more about the process. So here we are, we have, well, I'll show you these babies first. This one is currently, I don't have many drums for sale because I often work for commission, and the commission ones are obviously commissioned, but this drum is actually one that I have made for sale, actually. This drum is a 16-inch deerskin. It's not been the warmest in my room, so I had to put the heating on for a bit, so I hope that the sound is good. I'll play this for you now. No, this needs a bit of warming up still. Yeah, this guy needs a bit more warming up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make another video about drumming, and I'm going to warm this baby up, and I'm going to play this one for you then. This is a good lesson though in actually having a warm area, a warm space, not letting your drums get damp if they are skin drums. And to keep them moisturised, you can keep them moisturised by actually rubbing your hand over the skin. That actually helps keeping the skin nice and warm and moisturised. But what I'm going to do is warm this one up, and then for the next video, which is all about drumming, I'll play this one for you later. So this one here probably is been in the same container as the other one, so I imagine, yeah. I'm not going to play this one now because I think this one also needs a little bit of warming up. This is another one that is for sale. Here we have this drum, and this is, I'll explain more about the painting of the drums and how I tune in, maybe another video. But I painted these drums with a real connection to the spirit of the drum and what wanted to come through from these drums as well. So this is a 16-inch deerskin drum. And I've got a couple more here as well, so I'll show you different sizes and stuff. Here is a drum that's about to be painted for a lovely lady in Holland. Hello, if you're watching. Yeah, these ones are actually been a bit warmer. These have been in my nice studio, because the ones have been travelling around, so they got a bit cold. This one's been in my studio, so this is a lovely size, because I'm a small person. I find it, actually it's my new thing that I found 12-inch drums are really lovely. Now this is a skin drum, a deerskin drum, and I'm going to play, you can play with your hands. I think that's really nice. I like playing with my hands with the drums. And again, it's a really nice way to begin to connect with the drum by just rubbing your hands over. And again, the moisture, not saying we have sweaty hands, but the moisture on your hands will help connect and keep the skin nice and supple. So we've got this one here. So there's a 12-inch drum, slightly higher sounding, only slightly than the other ones. So 12-inch drum, this is going to be painted either with a deer or a phoenix. I've got two 12-inch drums, so they're going to be painted up very, very shortly indeed. But I think it's a really cute size, really, you can carry it around really easy in a little bag. I think, you know, yeah, it's a lovely size drum. I hope it's got a lovely sound as well. Now, again, I'm going to look at the 16-inch deerskin I have behind me, but I think this one's been in a nice warm place as well. Yeah, this one's a bit warmer. Yeah, this one's okay. So the other two who've been in transport, a little bit cold, but this one's nice and warm. So this is... So that's a 16-inch deerskin drum as well. And I've painted horse drums, I've painted other drums also. But these are some of the choices you have, and it's really up to you what drum feels right for you. If you are connecting with the spirit of the animal, maybe see which animals appeal and call to you, and also the spirits of the wood that makes the ring, is it the frame. So you're going to connect with not only the animal spirit but the spirit of the wood that makes the frame drum. So there's so much to connect with, and you may find that you see a drum online that you just feel calls to you. You may have to hold it or, you know, connect with it. I often find when I get the skin drums here to paint, they immediately have their energy because of it being a skin drum. They often straight away you know what they're going to be. And the flexibility, I guess, with the Remo drums and synthetic drums is they have absolutely, like my baby has more power than most things in the world, but it might take a while to build up because it's got its own energy. But being a synthetic drum, you can put your own stamp on it a bit more. I kind of find they often do know what they want to be when I paint them, but yeah, they have that a bit more flexibility to put your own stamp on to whatever it is that you're wanting to put on the drum. So these are some of the things that people ask me about the different kinds of drums, and I hope I have answered those questions and given you some ideas. Remember, if you are not hugely strong and you'll be drumming for a long period of time, I think a 14-inch, 16-inch is good. If you are feeling and you like drumming in ceremony, the 22-inch is just epic. It's just absolutely epic. But and if you're portable, travelling around sacred sites or travelling around, these 12-inch drums are just gorgeous. They're really cute. And okay, if you want to have them painted or you want to paint them yourself or decorate them, that will be completely your choice. You may find that you know very much what you want to have on your drum. You may find that you are, yeah, I know that my drum is going to be A, B and C. But I do suggest, even if you do know very well, when you purchase your drum or when you think about your drum, even if you haven't bought it yet or birthed it yet, meditate, journey on the spirit of the drum. It doesn't even matter if you haven't got it in your hands. Journey with it, meditate with it, and see which animal comes through to you, because it might not always be what you're expecting. And then when you have the drum in your hands and you're drumming with it, maybe something, you know, the spirit of the drum can be very clear. So yeah, it doesn't really, whatever works for you is what works. So there's no strict way of doing things at all. Whatever calls to you, whatever feels right, whatever makes you excited, whatever makes your heart go yes, is what's right. If you would like to contact me, I've painted all the drums in this video. So I'll give you a look. I've painted the Fox and Badger and Glastonbury Tour with the tree symbols around the outside. Let's do it one more time because it just sounds so good. I painted this one. I'll show you again. You know, I know you've probably seen these already. I painted this one, and again, another question actually just reminded me with this drum of mine: does the paint come off? This is 3 years worth of drumming on this drum. Not really, no. Yeah, what I would say, the way I paint them and the way I finish them, they're made to play. They're not. I don't make them for well, you can have them as decoration, but they're not just decoration. I make them to play and to be used. What I do say is, obviously there's 3 years worth of drumming and she's looking pretty fine to me, but what I do say is if I paint a drum for you and after any period of time you find that it is chipping or fading, just get the drum back to me and I will top it up for you free of charge. So yeah, you know, they're made to be played. And this one, yeah, Wolfie Boo. I'll warm up Wolfie, warm up Staggy, and then in the next video we'll be playing with them to show you how these two sound. So we've got the Call of the Wild here, this drum I painted recently, and then, oh, this drum doesn't want to leave me, it's attached itself to my bracelet. And then I love this one, this is one of my favourite ones, a stag. I just love this stag very much. And this one also, so you've got the stag and you have the Arwen, which is the Druid and Celtic symbol for inspiration and the muse, and for the shining brow on the stag. You've got the triple moon symbol there as well, and kind of the Celtic knotwork entwining it all together. So these two are going to be played in the next video when they're nice and warm. And yeah, if you have any more questions, do message me or contact me on my website, which again is lauradaligan-art.com. The more information will be down here. I have a huge amount of painted drums on my website if you want to see more of the ones that I've painted. And again, there's links to other websites regarding shamanic drums on there as well. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you found it useful, and there'll be another video about shamanic drumming very, very shortly.